Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Royal Wahala again, oh, palace Wahala every day. Heavy problem, they said that elders humiliated themselves in public as they fight in factions, okay, over Ebony, and they said that it is wrong for Kabiyesi not to have granted Ebony an audience for weeks now. Ebony has been crying, begging to be able to talk to Kabiyesi one-on-one, privately as his wife, and Kabiyesi has neglected Ebony and not obliged Ebony that opportunity to speak to him. Now, the reason why Kabiyesi is doing that is, of course, something that they are wondering, is it just because of Olori Naomi? Because the last time they checked, Kabiyesi is still married to Ebony, and so why will he not oblige Ebony the opportunity to speak to him? But others are saying the reason why Kabiyesi is doing that is because this opportunity had been given to Ebony time and time again to speak to Kabiyesi on private matters like this, and at the end of the day, she goes back because her jealousy for Olori Naomi does not allow her, see past, just wanting to be the main wife of the Ooni of Ife. And so maybe because of all of this, Ooni of Ife doesn't think it's necessary to grant Ebony the opportunity that she seeks. And elders are saying that's not okay, that it's not okay, that Ooni of Ife needs to grant Ebony that opportunity. Ooni of Ife needs to understand that Ebony has been there for him for a very long time. Ooni of Ife needs to understand that Ebony was a young girl betrothed to him. Ooni of Ife needs to understand this, and Ooni of Ife needs to understand that. But you do know that there are elders who are against and elders who are for and elders who are neutral. These are different kinds of factions. They are fighting each other right now over the situation. For weeks now, the atmosphere inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife has been heavy, the kind of heaviness that you don't quite see, but you feel. It hangs over the courtyard, it wraps itself around the servant. It's even, seem to slow down the laughter of the children who run through the palace grounds. At the center of all of this is Ebony, who has been desperately trying to reach the man she calls her husband, the Ooni of Ife. Now, this is not the usual palace politics or petty jealousy that people gossip about in the market. This is a woman's heart breaking right inside the walls of her own home. Ebony has been begging almost daily for a simple thing, a private moment with the Ooni, just a chance to sit across from him, look him in the eyes, speak her truth, maybe even pour out tears that she's been holding back for long. But every single attempt has been met with the same painful response, silence, or was a polite but firm. The Ooni is not, granting private audiences at this time. Imagine how humiliating it must feel for her. A woman who has stood by the Ooni side for years, according to what they are saying, who has danced for him during festival, who has carried his sacred, who has laughed with him under moonlight, now reduced to begging for a simple conversation. It's gotten so bad that even the elders of Ile-Ife, old men who normally mind their words, have started openly quarreling amongst themselves. They gathered recently in the courtyard under the big ancient tree, their voices rising in frustration. Some of them were genuinely upset. They said it wasn't fair, that no matter what has gone wrong, Ebony deserves at least the dignity of being heard. She is not a stranger of the street. She is a woman who has given a piece of her life to the Ooni, and by extension to the entire palace, and Ooni should have some consideration. One of the elders, with tears actually wailing in his eyes, even said, "Is this how we treat our women now? Is this how we reward loyalty, by shutting doors in their faces?" You could see some of their younger chiefs nodding in agreement, while some were very uncomfortable. They said one even flared up and said, "How come nobody's saying or talking about all the things that she did wrong? She being a daughter of the soil, should be a true custodian of the culture and tradition of the people. For her to have been part of the fiasco that went on, that almost caused, brought curses from the gods to the town, to the palace. How come nobody is seeing that as anything? How come nobody is talking about that? How come everybody is talking just about the fact that Kabiyesi has refused to grant her audience? That Kabiyesi is Onirisha. He grants audience to whoever he wants. He speaks to whoever he wants. He sees whoever he wants. And nobody has a right to tell him what to do. Everyone should mind their business. And this brought about so much argument in the courtyard among the kings. This is what, the chief, this is what we are hearing. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Della Rama, bringing fresh and spicy just from the sources still on the royals. How I guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. Sure, I do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. This is what is going on. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Sure, I do well, my people. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, people. It is believed that the reason why Ooni of Ife does not want to see Ebony is because he knows exactly what Ebony will do. Ebony will go down on the floor, roll, cry, beg, and all of that. And people would say, and when Ebony will come with their son. And they said she has done the come up with this strategy time and time again. And in the Yoruba tradition, they do not allow a mother to cry and the tears will be flowing on the child. They said it's not a good thing. And Ebony does this before the Ooni of Ife, and she has done it time and time again. Apparently, that may just be one of the reasons why Ooni doesn't want to see her. And again, Ooni knows that it has to do with removing immunity. Now, with everything that has happened in the palace, look at the trajectory of Ikpe, Gospel, and Ebony. Now, how is it possible that he will forgive Ebony and then he will still make Ikpe go remove the immunity from Ikpe? Now, if Ooni of Ife would forgive Ebony, now he will have to forgive Ikpe, because if he forgives Ebony, they will say the reason why he went ahead with that of Ikpe and Gospel is because they are not from Ile Ife. Gospel is from Ijebu-Ode, and Ikpe is from Kogi State. They will say this has got to do with the fact that these other women are not from Ile-Ife, and the king, being a king, has wisdom and is trying to avoid all of this. And you know that apart from anything, he had one kind of relationship with Ebony. Ebony is that wife that is always there praising him and all of that. Maybe, just maybe, if he sees Ebony in that pool of tears, he might feel empathetic towards Ebony. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to see Ebony regarding this. But for all other issues where they sit generally to talk, okay, they come together. Ebony sees Ooni and Ooni sees Ebony. But for private issues where they will see one-on-one is where Ooni of Ife has been very, very careful with meeting Ebony one-on-one. This is what is going on. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumoured, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.